in your hip and glide in your stride. Welcome to the mothership, the home of the travelers of the universe, with shows throughout the week. Everything you want, everything you could need. From the paranormal to the supernatural, from the spiritual to the unknown, from emotions to comedy. You can find us at Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and so much more. This is Rift Nation Network, the RNN. And now, your featured show. Shall we begin?
Sensitive/offensive content disclaimer. Please note that this podcast may contain material that some listeners may find sensitive, offensive, or disturbing. We strive to create respectful and informative content, but topics discussed may include mature themes such as violence, explicit language, or controversial subjects, triggering content including discussions related to mental health, trauma, or other sensitive issues, explicit language. Occasionally, our guests or hosts may use strong language. While we aim to handle these topics with care and empathy, we encourage listeners to exercise discretion. If you find any content distressing, consider skipping or seeking support. Remember that this podcast is not a substitute for professional advice. If you need assistance, please consult a qualified expert.
Oh my God, guys, what's up? How you doing? Yep, it's me. So definitely going to be falling off topic today, but welcome everybody to the Rift Nation Network. And I am, please excuse me, my necklace is caught. Okay. I am Susan, of course. Susan, Raven, whatever. Just don't tell me we're out of coffee and we're good. So, yeah. So welcome to Bag of Nuts. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and to follow to all of the Rift Nation Network channels. I'm in the background working on something now that hopefully will give us more stuff going on. And don't forget to subscribe to the mobile app, because the mobile app people will know first what's happening, because I'm going to tell them first. So how are we all doing here today? Did you miss me? Yeah, I know. You never know what color my hair is going to be when you come on, I tell you. Hey, it is what it is. Let's see what we got. Who we got in the house tonight? Let's see. We have Miss Linda Nielsen. Howdy, howdy, howdy. And then, of course, we have Miss Caps. Hello. We have Motivation, as always. And we have Miss Lois Clark. So, hi, everybody. How you doing? Normally, Tuesdays is Tarot Tuesdays, is what it is. It's like every Tuesday I come on, I do some readings, and I do some channeling, and I do this, that, and the other thing. But sometimes our energy is off. Have you guys ever noticed that? With energy. And we're talking about your energetic body, who we are on the inside, our energy. Before I forget, don't forget to thank our sponsors and go over and check them out. We have Ghost of Staunton, of course, sponsor of the Rift Nation Network. Check them out every chance you get. It's election day. I know I have no idea what's going on with the election right now, other than the fact that I get Howie. He says, I'm right, I'm on Howie. Am I not on? Am I not on Facebook, guys? Is Facebook off again? Let me find out. I am here. Oh, we're not on Facebook. Why? Why did it do that? That is so freaking weird. What the heck? Wow, that's weird. I don't know why Facebook just went off. Now Facebook is actually on. This is so weird. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Hold on a minute. Facebook, for some reason, was off. Yeah. Facebook booted. I just put it back on, so hopefully I'm there. It's like, well, welcome YouTube. Let me double check here. It is what it is. It's the rune today too. The rune that I looked up for the day. I got to get over to Facebook and check if it did manage to go live or if it booted me off again. This is so bloody funny sometimes. So let's go over and check on this, and kind of fits what the heck the runes was actually telling me about today. Yes, okay, we're actually on Facebook now. All right, so I went over it, and I like to do what is known as a rune of a day, and I've been a little busy, so I really haven't had a chance to be able to post the rune of the day. So, but the rune for today is radio. Now, radio was upside down, not good. It's like everything is kind of a little haywire. You can't really, you'll go to do something and you'll keep up to date on things, but yeah, it just went on for some reason. Facebook went and then I looked at it and it just popped back on. So when you're dealing with rune and runic energy, I like doing the rune of the day for me. And I got to stop posting that stuff for you guys as well. But it says be particularly attentive to personal relationships. What's more personal relationship than a personal relationship with yourself? Yeah, Facebook and I aren't as good friends as we used to be. Sometimes it just likes to strangle me, and I got to reboot it up a couple times. Oh my God. So runes in themselves, runic energy, and there's a reason I'm talking about the runes before we get into the energetic field. When we have an issue within our energy centers, we have an issue within them. Okay, normally I do readings, like I said, but something else kind of popped up, and it's like, okay, let's see who else. Let's see who else can actually get some help from this. So the energy field, the runes help guide you, and sometimes there's warning signs. Yeah, Facebook is up now. I don't know. Facebook likes to choke me out sometimes. I have no idea. It is what it is. What are you going to do? So runes help guide your direction and questions and paths. Say if the easiest way to put it with runes and runic energy is if you were trying to figure out how to get from point A to point B, but you had two roads, the runes would help guide you on which way you should take. They help guide your path on day to day, is what they do. Hello, Miss Kelly Carell. So runes help guide you as far as those particular things. But, and again, especially when your energy is off, and this is why, when your energy isn't 100% like it should be, what happens? You need the runes to be able to guide you, because the flow of energy in your body actually helps with all your chakras. It helps with every part of your body, your aura field, your chakra field, your seeing, hearing, feeling, sensing, your intuitive side, and all about your direct knowing. All of these aspects of yourself. These things help you become happier and healthier. Okay, now, if our energy fields is kind of off and we're not doing great, yes, it'll cause illnesses and the symptoms, but sometimes we'll have a blockage so bad that it might have an adverse effect on us. I am a true believer that our energy field, us ourselves, we have the ability to be able to heal ourselves. We do. I truly do believe that. So, what we really need to work on is getting rid of our energy blockages. Because what happens is if our energy system isn't the way that it should be, it can cause diseases. It can cause like off emotions. It can cause, when we're talking diseases, we're talking physically, mentally, emotionally, is what we're talking about. These things, you can have a strong, joyful life and still have blockages in our energy system because we're not working on them as well as we should be, or there is something else that we need to do, or we're giving too much energy and not recharging ourselves. Even batteries once in a while kind of like just go die, and you got to replace them, or in my case, you recharge them because I rechargeable batteries. So these are things we actually have. So when we do have that energy that is kind of imbalanced, okay, or blocked, it stops the energy flow. When the energy flow in our system, in our bodies gets stopped, it does create things to happen, okay? Now, a lot of people today actually they have unpleasant experiences by blocking their feelings and emotions, which actually stop a great deal of the natural energy flow, which is why the two shows, Bag of Nuts, Beacon in the Dark. And this is something I talked to Ed about. So it's to help us or you guys with some aspects of it, to help you vent out what it is that you need to do. Okay, think about this for a minute. Now, sometimes, okay, and in other words, when a person, let's do this good example, when somebody has been in like a relationship or tried to get into a relationship, they've been hurt numerous amounts of times. What does it cause? It's going to cause like you feeling like you're not loved or you're not going to be loved. And eventually the energy flow to the heart, because that's the love center, and that's why I picked that, the energy flow to the heart, your heart chakra, will become either off balance or start a blockage, which works its way up. So we have the heart, we have the throat, we have the third eye and the crown. These things are going to stop it. Okay, so we don't want it. It also can slow down the energy that's going. Fear is another one that actually blocks our energy systems, is what it is. Now, what happens if we don't get a handle on these? Thank you so much, Keith Ottersberg, and thank you, Keith, for sharing me out. And thank you, Linda, for sharing me out. And hello, Lynn Case. How are we doing? Hello, Mr. Robert White. So, so what it is once we have that blockage and we have that slow process of the energy, the way the energy is working, okay, whether it's through simple hurt feelings and again, like I said, love. Right now, we're talking specifically about love, although there's nothing wrong with my love relationship. I'm just using this as an example. It starts to trickle. The energy will trickle. So it's going to create a chain reaction. The trickle of energy within, say, the heart chakra, okay? Then it's only going to trickle and you're not going to be able to speak your mind, because that's the biggest thing with this. Our throats, we need to be able to speak. We need to be able to say what's on our minds. But if we're not thinking, because we have that slow trickle, what happens? Our mouth gets away from us. And that's what happens a lot of times. And that's why I try not to take too much of what people say to heart. Oh, hey, Nikki, because what if there is a blockage? What if they can't get it up and out? Okay, these are things that happen. People that aren't connected to either their root or their lower root, their earth chakra, they're going to be really bad as far as energy wise, and that's going to create a lot of other issues in our bodies, and that's what we don't want. And again, what we're talking about right now is turning your block. You need the universal life energy, is what you need. That's what we're talking about here right now. Universal life energy. It's what heals us, it's what helps us. But the thing is, we have to believe in it. Okay. Now, if we have a disturbance in our life energy force, that's what we're talking about right now, our life energy force imbalances also in the chakra, or maybe even little stumbles on our auras. As I get messages, guys, I will let you know, because I do have someone coming in behind me and I don't know who it is yet. So I will let you know. Emotional, physical trauma is one. Injuries, let's see, negative self-talk, okay? And this is the situations that could cause it, is what we're talking about. Situations occurring in our life, such as emotional, physical trauma, injury, negative self-talk, toxicity, blah, 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 blah. Now, and again, nutritional depletion, where you're not eating the right, destructive lifestyle and relationships, neglect or of self, neglect of yourself. You need to help yourself and love yourself. Okay, that's very important. From emotions are not actually expressed in a healthy way. Childhood trauma is a big one. You're welcome. Childhood trauma is extremely big one when it comes to this. Okay, it does create a lot of blockages, critical conditioning, limited belief systems, also bad habits. Bad habits are another one, or even just the lack of attention to the contributing blockage, what caused the blockage. Okay, now these difficulties around our life for each of us can actually develop, but we have what is known as these coping type strategies. They cope. So what we do is we learn to cope, learn to deal, but what are we actually doing? We're accepting. We are accepting the condition. Don't accept it. Do not accept the condition. Fight. Clear the energy field. Find a way to do things a little better. Okay? These things we need to do, because, difficulties again happen everywhere in life. So we develop these coping strategies. If these difficulties persist, these coping strategies become chronic patterns and actually anchor our body and our psyche's defenses. Okay, what they're doing is they're creating an issue within our own energy field self defenses. Sometimes people will talk, and I'm talking energy field, not your immune system, but if your energy field gets affected for a long period of time, your immune system can be affected. These are causes of things that can happen. Now, as I've talked before about energy healing and itself, energy healing can actually help restore this. Now, guys that actually know me, that have followed me for a long time, know that I come on every now and then with my bowls and I talk about chakras. And I just did another show. I think Marcy and I did a show on auras. So we have all of these particular types of energy systems in our body. Okay. And these things are actually coming forward. There's a male here with the name Jay, and I have no idea who it is. It's a J, is what it is. He's a male. He's kind of slightly older, but his hair is like dark to gray. Some balding, not a lot. A bit of a stomach, and I'm trying to figure out who he's for right now. They're not telling me yet. So when we're dealing with the energy fields, okay, we need to open our energy channel and we need to heal. And there are like several different things we can do. Now, in order to heal our energy field, it actually creates our energy field. When it's healed, it actually creates like relaxation and actually aids the body and helps release negativity, stress, and tension. So if you do find yourself getting extremely negative, okay, all the time, you have a lot of stress, you have a lot of tension, these are a buildup because our energy field, our energy system within our body is not functioning correctly. Okay, does anybody recognize somebody with a J here? There's a gentleman here with a J. My age, a little older, which means he's definitely probably somewhere in his early to mid 60s, is what he is. But his hair is black with some gray, not a lot of gray, but it's definitely black. The name starts with a J, but it doesn't sound like John. So, and I'm not big on names, so I can't figure this out. He's laughing. I'm trying to think. Okay, this gentleman was a jokester. Hold on a minute. He is the type that played a lot of practical jokes on somebody, and I have no idea who this is for. But he's actually here and he's behind me. Yeah, I don't know who this is for. If anybody knows who it is, let me know. You have two J's that can fit that. So he's mid 60s. This one is a big practical jokester. And again, I'm not a medium. The spirit guides are telling me what he's saying. So he's telling, there is someone in here that is extremely stressed and off balance. Okay. There's a lot of off balanceness within this person. And again, they're talking your energy field and including your life. So it's like your emotions are tilting, teetering back and forth. So it's like you're on a seesaw with your emotions doing this, okay? And he's saying to remember the times, remember the laughter, remember that, don't take life so seriously, okay? So this person is telling you not to take life so seriously, to remember the laughter, to remember the backtrack. And again, the only example I have right now at this moment would be Jeff Dunham. And I use Jeff Dunham because Jeff Dunham arguing with himself when he's talking to the puppets and his puppets are making fun of him, which is him making fun of himself, but he's not doing it in a negative manner. He's doing it in a manner to be able to help. So this one is, hair wasn't black. Name was Johnny. No, this is black hair. I can't think out a nationality or anything. Yeah, but there's definitely a J name here, but it's not, doesn't sound like a J. It sounds like they pronounce it a different way. And I'm not really sure who this is right now. So now, when we're balanced as far as our energy field, I'm sorry I didn't take the cards out today, guys. Sometimes I just get thrown into something else. Spirit tells me, okay, talk about this, so I talk about that. You have a Jack. It's like if somebody's name was John, it would be Juan. It's like they pronounce it more like a G than a J, but it's a J. Practical jokester is worried about somebody who isn't balancing the stress levels. Somebody's stress levels are unbalanced. And he's literally talking about a seesaw is what he is. There's a bit of a seesaw there. I have no idea who this is. Oh, okay. So there's a bit of a seesaw going on. Jokester. Jackie was a jokester. Okay. Yeah, so it's, yeah, he's, okay, I have no idea what this is, but does anybody also recognize like a white, fluffy, ridiculous looking type of stuffing? It was really goofy looking. And it was very fluffy and white. Not like soft fluffy, almost like a coarse type fluffy. But it wasn't normal. It was silly. And who used to work with those hand puppet things? I don't know. I'm not just. Well, hello. How you doing? Just stopping by to say hello. Thank you so much for saying hello. Yeah, I'm not sure who it is, but we'll get back into that in a minute. All right. So what we need to do, okay, we need to keep our energy system going a lot better because it does reduce a lot of things that actually happen. Now, what we want to do is we want to raise our vibrational energies, okay? Stuffing. Yes, like that. Stuffy, like a teddy bear, but it's like a fluffy white goofy thing. It's silly looking. So we're going to talk about your vibrations for a little bit. So what we want to do right now is we want to come up with some ways that we can kind of raise our vibrations. Then after that, I want to talk a little bit about energy vampires. Yes, energy vampires kind of suck you dry. I can't see that message. So what we have actually going on is, to raise our energy field, there's certain things we can actually do. All right. Now, a lot of people already know the proper diet is something that works. I don't eat a lot of cooked vegetables. I eat most of mine raw. So have more salads. That'll help balance that. What it does is a diet can actually create a more healthier, positive emotional state. And it clears up your mental functions, is what it does. Um, Adriana Clarkin replying to Keith, hey, I hope you're okay. Is something wrong? Hello, how are you today? Yes, we're talking a little bit about energy. I'm not really doing many readings here today. So we're working on energy. And again, I don't ask, I just do it. Vitamins, okay? Now, when we're working with vitamins, like a multivitamin or a supplement, it's what your body actually lacks, which sometimes it's difficult for us to figure out which vitamin is the vitamin that we need. Oh, no, he just said he was in and out. Okay, honey, just checking. So which vitamin that we actually need, and that's the hard part. What we benefit from, what our body lacking. And again, do your research, guys. Figure out what it is that you're trying to improve in yourself that'll actually help you. Okay. That'll help you with what you need, what it is that you need to work on. Like people with arthritis, okay? Vitamin B6 is really good for people with arthritis, okay? B3 is another one that's really good for that. So look up what helps, what is actually happening. So the daily vitamins is something that everybody can actually benefit from. Fasting, if you can, okay, which I kind of forget to eat. So I forget to eat in the morning. So, and they call it like fasting just for a period of time where your stomach doesn't always have food in it. So just like a period of time where you're not eating anything is what happens. And again, you want to eat, it's called a mono diet, which means that instead of eating regular food, you'd be eating apples, grapes, watermelon, things like that. You'd stick with the fruits on that particular either day or those hours. That's what you stick with. That help purify your body is what it's actually doing. And this is actually good for somebody who has like the start of like a healing crisis. That can help you with things like that. I need the. Who needs the secret? Hold on. You need the secret to forgetting to eat. I wake up and the first thing I think of is I got to take care of my dog. Okay, another one. Herbs and flower essences are really good. Now, some herbs can be very calming or invigorating, offering an extra boost, okay, which may help us in the need for optimism and again, which helps with the internal changes in our body. But B1 and 2 are bananas in nightwear. Nightwear? Wow. They wear pajamas? Cool. Ow. So flower essences, crystal essences, okay? These are things we good. It's certain crystals, like you want to purify your water, shungite. Literally put shungite in your water bottles, okay? And then pour water from that, because shungite, even though it's a mineral, it's like a form, it's a crystal, it purifies your water. It takes the negative like stuff out of water and helps the water become more like a living light water. These are things that you learn if you're looking for certain things. Daily exercises, okay. I don't exercise a lot, but I have issues with that. But it helps balance your endocrine system. But I do walk the dog, okay? It also helps with your circulatory system. Some of us that can't literally get out there and do a lot of physical exercises, there are alternate ways to actually do that. And you just need to find the right method for you. A good one, of course, is breathing techniques are actually essential. They are very, very good for your body. Now, it's vital. It's a bioenergy is actually the basis of all physical and mental functions is what we're talking about. And it's actually the most efficient way to increase your energy level and keep a steady, harmonious, so it will be less susceptible to low emotional states or illness. We should, however, have a guidance of a person experiencing breathing techniques. Now, again, breathing, that's really, really good. Yes, do research before you. Yes, yes, I love elixirs too. Daily deep relaxation. And again, some of us do have issues with meditation. Some people do have issues. Now, a deep relaxation can be considered, you can listen to a Hertz, you can listen to a guided meditation, set a timer. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep. But just allow yourself that form of self therapy to give yourself that break. And a lot of us don't have that. And again, one person guilty for that is my sister, who works way too much. She works a lot of hours. She does a lot. She needs to take that time to relax. I'm the type of person that's always there for someone else. It doesn't take that battery recharge. It's called ADHD, but I've learned to deal with it. Yes, I agree. I do agree. So you need to take that to help yourself and do that relaxation. Okay. That's something that's going to help you out. So we have Melissa Parker. Hello. And then we have Ward. Hello, Ward. Then let's see who else we have. Melissa Parker and Ward new coming in. Welcome, welcome. Cleaning techniques. Simple method to, and again, cleaning techniques, what we're talking about. Hello, Miss Wendy Knoll. What we're talking about right now is literally increasing the amount we're around water. Now, those of us that live around streams or live in the ocean, it's easy for us in the summertime to be able to do that. But it's okay to take that extra cleansing bath. It's okay to say, okay, I showered, but I need that salt bath, okay? What it does is it heals and calms, I use sea salt in it. That's something that's extremely beneficial for you as well. So that is something that's going to help you out. Big one here. A lot of people don't do this. Emotional release is another thing. And again, you might need to take part in it. And again, it could be a program. It could be anywhere. It could be here. And that's what Beacon in the Dark is for. Beacon in the Dark was actually built to help people release what's going on. Bag of nuts, you never know what's going to happen over here, whether it's readings or talking or it's whatever spirit tells me to do, I do on this particular day. So learn to release what's happening. Learn to let it go. And again, like I said, if the heart chakra is blocked, we're going to have what is known as verbal diarrhea because we're not getting the energy right. So it's trickling. It could be trickling or blocked or slow. okay, are off balance. So therefore the other energy systems aren't going to get it. So things are not going to come out the way that it is. It's going to be verbal diarrhea is the way it comes out. But what I have done is I've actually taught my kids to learn to, I want you to just spit it out any way you can. And again, I did this for my kids when they were little. They're all married and have kids of their own. But I taught them to just spit out what it is and then go back and fix it into a more suitable adult conversation. But I allowed them to at least get that first part out. Then they were able to go back and think about what's better for you. Okay, which way can we do this to actually help? Now and again, those that do need a more serious help, again, seek out a professional. Whether you want a holistic counselor or if you're looking for a more of another other type of counselor, even life coaches, it really depends on what it is that you're looking for. The right fit for you is best for you. Big hard one right here is social harmonization. Okay, now we need to actually discover and overcome any fears or beliefs that prevent us from feeling comfortable around others. Now, this could be said with other things. If we have, say, we have a fear of something medical coming, then yes, that fear is going to affect how we do things, what we do. But we need to do that. I do holistic healing and counseling, but I can't do either for myself. Exactly. That's exactly it. That would be a great group. Maybe I should build a group like that. I think it would be a good place, especially like because I'm a holistic counselor as well. Um, so I really believe that it would be a great group because counselors need help too. Everybody needs a place to be able to vent. And you know what? That's a good idea. I love that idea. We should have a holistic counselors come. um, Not a fear, but I really don't like people, and I understand that. It's difficult in today's society. One of the most difficult things in the world is to try to find um, your people, your group, your spirit family. And because, like, say, in a building like this, I live in a very large building with numerous amounts of people. So everybody's energy is different. And it's very hard someday to people. That's what I call it. I don't feel like peopling today. So when I don't feel like peopling, what do? I put my headphones on and I will listen to a book and go out for a walk and take my dog out. So therefore, I'm just getting outside, but it's easier for me to do that. But for those that actually do work in fields where there is a lot of people, it's difficult. They don't have that one-on-one, that opportunity to be able to see headphones, to put headphones on. So that does create a bit of an issue, especially if we're working around people. Hello, Moon Willow. How are you? Wow, we got all kinds of newbies in the house today. They're gearing up for Friday's show. I'm so excited. So this is a really good. Now, spiritual orientation. Okay, what the heck is that? People are saying. We're going to school? Oh, okay. Now, each of us has their own personal relationship with the universe. That's the easiest way to put it, right? Okay. So, whether or not we adhere to any particular religion, it's really not important. Okay, it really isn't. It's our inner balance and the way we feel and cultivate our relationships with the whole as humanity, as nature, or as a spirit. It's how we see ourselves, how we see the world. Hello, Miss Lisa. So it's how we're seeing these things to actually help us. Okay, so we need that interpersonal relationship with spirit, with our guides, with energy. And it doesn't have to be a sit, stand, kneel type of religion. It's not about religion. It's about spirituality. Jim, that sounds like the name. Sounds like a G, Jim. Kelly, did you lose somebody with that? Yes, with our eyes. Yes. Jim, that's what it sounds. Yeah, because it's a J, but it doesn't sound like J. It sounds almost like a G. Okay. Oh, with yes, authentic fields. Excuse me, auric fields. Yes. Another thing that we need to work on before we get into a little bit of energy vampires is understanding our own inner mechanics, and that's like one of the hardest things to do, like self knowledge of ourselves. Now, we as individuals are light workers because it looks like we have a lot of light workers in here. And yay, guys, we have a lot of light workers in here. We work constantly on other people, but we don't work on ourselves. We don't help ourselves. We're so used to and programmed to help others that we forget ourselves. Okay, we need to understand our own inner mechanics, our needs, our desires, our fears, our exceptions. Okay, and our beliefs and our subconscious workings in order to free ourselves from negative emotions. Okay, and negative emotions. What happens with negative emotions? Health, happiness, relationships. This is the stuff we need, but we don't want this. The lack of self-knowing of ourselves to undermine these things that we want. He would be when he passed exactly 70. Okay, then that might have been for you. All right, Kelly. Stand in the, this is going to sound weird. Stand in the middle of the seesaw. The seesaw is doing this constantly. You need to stand in the middle of that sucker. Plant your feet and don't allow anybody to move you. Look out for you first, then help the others. Says you do too much for everybody else and not enough for yourself. Yeah. Okay. When, let's see, this is from Ward. When two people share thoughts, their separate perspective creates a new unity. Yes. Instead of simply adding up to two, the thoughts from a third entity, as they remain distinct yet shared common foundation. Bingo. Bingo. Right here. Let's plot this up here. This is bingo. So that's communication. That's coming together, that's awesome right there. Thank you so much. But yeah. Yes. Yes, curly hair. Like dark. I see dark, but like a little bit of gray. Or it could be white, but I definitely see dark. So Kelly, this has to be for you. But he's always joking, and I don't know why he pictures a seesaw. I have no idea. All right, let's get into a couple more. Now, enlightening the subconscious is extremely hard to do. Okay. Now, this aspect of self-improvement usually requires an experienced professional who can help us reprogram the subconscious with more positive, more objective beliefs. Okay. And perceptions of ourselves. In other words, in the world. I started this a long time ago. And I will literally, I choose not to allow negativity. I choose not to be around negativity. Now, so, like I said, I live in a very large building, so some people in this building get upset. If there's something going on and they want me to solve it, it's negativity. Sorry. I choose to not be around negative energy, negative people. Okay. Yeah, he's saying that he's showing a seesaw that keeps doing this. And he says you're either leaning this way or you're leaning that way. And he wants you to go in the direct middle. In other words, he doesn't want you to falter. He wants you to stay in that straight line. Stay in your lane. That's what he's trying to say. I don't know why he didn't say that. But just stay in your lane. If you can understand that. All right, another one is unconditional love, which is extremely hard to do. Yes, it's very difficult to do, but it's my choice. And it's nothing against other people. It's just I choose to stay positive. I choose to think positive. I choose not to have negativity around me because it clogs you. It clogs your energy field. And we don't want that. Hello, Miss Sandra Dry. Now, unconditional love is showing this towards ourselves, us. Us is the ultimate key to a harmonious energy flow. How many of us can truly say we love ourselves? We might love who we are, but we won't like what we look like. We might love this, but we dislike that. There's always one piece that we can't get that 100% of what's going on. Yes. Okay, so Lisa says, I have the vampire bite tattoo for a reason. My sister tries to feed off of everyone by putting negativity out there. Hold on a minute. By putting negativity out there between the blocks and the stones and sending her positivity, she can't feed. Yeah, I do believe in energy vampires. I wear garnet for that reason. I have garnet on me and blessed tattoos as well. So yes, I do have blessed tattoos to help with that. But I do believe energy vampires are actually real. I do. Now, there's different ways. Now, energy stealers are everywhere, believe it or not, guys. I call them energy vampires. Some people call them energy stealers. I call them energy vampires. Okay, and again, they could be a family member, your friends. They could be co-workers. You could go into work feeling energetic and come out feeling drained. Who are you next to? What do you need to guard against? Okay. Let's see. The reason I stay around some negativity is because I believe it can still teach me with some lessons. And again, everybody is different. Everybody is different. And that's good that you can do that. I used to do that, but now I'm at the age where I don't. Even talking to someone on the phone can do that. Yeah, it can. It really can. Now, and again, it's your co-workers and you. The more common the name, again, is, of course, is energy vampire. And we all know what vampires do, and just in case, it's when they're not going to suck our blood, they're sucking our energy is what they're doing. And what's happening is they're depleting us of our vital energies is what they're doing. And again, this can happen emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. Okay. So purification and cord cutting are extremely important tools to keep vampires away. Every night before I go to bed, I cut every cord that's not for my highest and best good. And that is something that actually needs to be done on a regular basis. I do truly believe that. Now, an energy vampire is actually a person that works off of other people's energy. They actually live in this manner. Some are aware and some are not. Totally not aware that they're energy vampires, that they're actually leeching off other people. Some people I know call them leeches. I finally got rid of my vampire. Walking into the store, for example, Walmart literally takes, exactly, that does happen. It really does. So, and some of them know that they're energy vampires. I had one person, I was doing readings at an event, a long time ago. She goes, I'm an energy vampire. And she says, I'm just telling you, I'm going to do readings over there because I don't want to suck your energy while you're helping people. She knew, she told me, and I told her, don't worry about it. I'm already guarded and protected. So, but at that time, it was something that I already knew about. But some people can still get by those defenses. So you always need to rework that. You always need to cut those cords. You always need to be careful who's around you because sometimes you'll think, like a close friend, or even Lisa has a family member. It's very difficult to not be around a close friend or a family member if they go energy vampire. Um, yes, some people, exactly. Some people don't know they're doing it. All right, now let's see. In order for them to feel better about themselves, they need to attach themselves to another person's energy field. That's the biggest thing. Their self-esteem, level of their level of spiritual well-being, their energy field is so low that they're trying to suck the good off of others, is what's happening. So, and again, so what they do is they will attach themselves to you. Let's see, my dad and my best friend, and my best friend is more your age. Okay, so this is what happens. And again, that what they do is they do what is known as cord attaching, which is why I tell you guys you need to cut your cords every night. Every night you need to cut your cords. Okay, I'll read the comments in a second. Now these cords are actually not visible to the naked eye, guys. Okay, it really does take somebody with a very keen psychic eye, psychic three eye. I mean, literally, in order to be able to open up to find this out. Okay, and again, some are conscious, some are unconscious when they're actually stealing your energy. Let's see, what do we got here? As I shine my light on the vampires, they become weaker towards me by feeling joy, pleasure. Hopefully, they learned from me too. Good point. Very good point. That was from Ward. Lisa says, I've been, sorry, glasses again, both named Jim. Let's see. I've been around here since she was a kid. She didn't know, but she's had the gift since we were little. Yeah, and that's the thing. Some know and some don't. Yeah, this is a male. Um, I'm almost 60, so he kind of looks like 65, I would have to say. Now, these, and again, the cords is like the highways, they run both ways. So, in other words, they can suck the positivity off you and send you the negative energy. That's the thing that bothers me. In other words, so an energy vampire, I don't want to send them anything. I want to cut them off. And again, that's part of the things that actually happen. And again, it'll take the positive energy from you, reverse it, and send negativity back. And you don't want that. That's why the cord needs to be cut. And I think I did a show on another way to actually work with this. So now, and again, if they're depressed, you will all of a sudden become depressed. If they're angry, you're going to become angry, so on and so forth. Because what they're doing is you'll find that a part of you, part of your energy and your personalities kind of change when you're around these people. You become somebody you're not. And sometimes you don't even know that an energy vampire has this cord on you and is literally sucking your good out of you, so to speak. There, and again, you need to really pay attention to this. Now, and here's the thing that they're saying: some people, some believe, okay, some believe that you have allowed a vampire or vampires to attach themselves to your body energy through cords. So, and again, these cords that you do have from these, okay, they stop you from being 100% truly you and what it is that you're meant to be. These cords need to be cut, is what they need to be. Let's see. Thanksgiving is coming, and I'm fixing to do a mirrored fortress. So yeah, wear a lot of garnet too. Spirits do the same thing to me. Yes, spirits can attract themselves to anybody of a light worker. My dad's death date is coming up on the 16th. Wonky and depressed, yeah. So these are things that we need to look out for. Um, Lisa, it won't let me reply to you, but that is awesome. Yeah, I really think that's a good idea. I'll have to look to see who that is in a minute. Now, these cords again, they they have to be severed. And again, you really need to work on cord cutting. And that was something that I would definitely look up. I'd find somebody who has experience in cutting cords that can actually teach you how to cut these cords, especially for these psychic vampires, because you want your energy back. Okay, it's your energy, you want to keep it. So it's telling me. Oh my God, that's hilarious. I have the same issue. I keep trying three taking to attach to me. Yes, my older son, who is 35, has a guardian with him. He's been with him since he was 8. I was told he's a indigo child. Ooh, very interesting. Spirits attached to you, not necessarily meaning in the negative way, because we do have spirit guides. Some people have angelic guides, and we have many levels. We have some spirit guides that are with us since birth, and then we have others that are around us that come and go based on what it is that we are doing. Replying, test. All right, so. And again, how do you recognize energy vampires? Some of the traits. Okay. These are some of the traits, okay, of energy vampires. These are things you need to look out for. Because if you sometimes, like I said, I tried. These are some of the things. Feeling lonely and abandoned. Okay. Feels like they've been rejected. Needs constant reassurance. Never feels satisfied. Doesn't like to be alone, seeks nurturing, or feels like they need to be taken care of. Low energy and fatigue. They have actually a poor me attitude. The drama king or queen. Constant talker that never allows you to speak. God, that's a big giveaway right there. Okay. Need you to be their therapist and reoccurring fixer of their problems. Blame maker, making you feel guilty about things you've never even done. Let's see, vindictive by putting you down. Yep. A person that is unhappy a lot, tries to control you and your life, manipulates you into getting things their way. Now, how do you know if you're being physically attacked? Here's another one: dizziness, loss of energy. Okay. Muscle tension, mental confusion, headaches, chronic fatigue, sleep disturbances, irritability, depressive moods, physical illnesses, small diminishing auras. Your aura field can actually be affected, lead some holes and tears in your aura, and there's a whole lot more that can be done. So when we are doing this, we really need to, let's see, I've done cord cutting with my sister several times, and at that time we didn't get along. But the damn things are like mating sticks. Oh my goodness, that's bad. I I have actually had to cut a cord with somebody and never talk again. That was the only way. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to do with a sister. Um, it really is. Yeah, I have to really. Have you tried Garnet yet, Lisa? garnet, having it literally. For some reason, the garnet, they don't like it. I don't know why. These are things that we need to look out for in order to be able to protect ourselves, protect our health. Because by them literally draining you, it can affect us in so many different ways. Okay. Now, and they're suggesting, and again, this is really difficult to do. Yeah, it's her person. I'll have to look up another one. You don't want anything of theirs. And if they have something of yours, you need to disown it. That's another way to do it. And write down all your feelings, frustration, anger, and hurt on a piece of, on a piece of paper and burn the paper. Okay. And again, their other suggesting is cleaning the clutter from your home, which yes, clean, clean, and if necessary, redecorate your home. Changing. Check that there are books on the bookshelves or pictures on the wall. Oh, check everything. Clean plant, sage. Cutting a soul contract is tough. Yeah. I would definitely do a lot of salt baths. Salt baths is something that can help you out a great deal. Sorry, I'm a little stuffy today. But those are the hard things to do. But coming up for Friday, oh my God, guys, you don't want to miss Friday. I managed to get a hold of an extremely awesome individual who was recommended to me to do a show on Beacon in the Dark, actually as a guest. Oh my God. We have the awesome Glenda, okay, from Glenda's Magical Creations. Miss Glenda Dawson will be on the show Friday for Beacon in the Dark. You don't want to miss it. It's all about her and only her. And we're going to share the heck out of her and have a really nice conversation. I'm really looking forward to this. I've already done some research, and she has so many things that she does. Such amazing person as far as what I have actually read. It's really awesome. I have bowls of salt by my door when she comes over to visit, and garlic too. Black tourmaline and, oh God, windows and doors are selenite. Black tourmaline in the corners of your houses. That's a grid that can actually help. So don't forget Friday. The show is at 9 Eastern time on Beacon in the Dark. That'll be Marcy and I will be on there. And I can't wait to talk to her. I'm very excited about this. It's going to be a really awesome show. And don't forget to check out all the other shows over on the Rift Nation Network. And if you haven't done so yet, please get the Wix app. You know, go over and download the Wix app, which is we have a mobile app. You go right over to Facebook and you can find the mobile app right there, and all the shows. If you want to catch up on a back show, or if you need to re-listen to something or you missed something, you can always get it right there on the mobile phone, because I have YouTube directly connected to that. There'll be other new things coming out too as well, new shows. And don't forget, Joni is tomorrow night. So Mystery Behind the Scenes with Miss Joni. So, and that's about it for me today. So I need to say peace, guys. Peace out.